In this lesson, we're going to multiply and divide mixed metric units. What we mean by mixed metric units are units of measurement that are made up of more than one metric unit. So in this case, we have something that has a volume of 1 decaliter and then an additional 9 liters. And we're going to multiply that whole thing by 10. So in order to do that, we take each part and multiply it by 10. So 1 decaliter times 10 is 10 decaliters. And then 9 liters times 10 is liters. However, this is not our final answer. A decaliter is the equivalent of 10 liters. So 1 dA is the prefix for deca and then L for liter. So 1 decaliter is equal to 10 liters. So what that means is that this 90 liters is actually 9 decaliters. This part right here, 90 liters, is the equivalent of 9 decaliters because for every 10 liters, you get another decaliter. So what that means in this case is that the final answer, we actually take, to get that final answer, we take these 9 decaliters and we give it to the 10 decaliters. And then we actually don't have any other liters left over. So this is 19 decaliters and 0 leftover liters. Let's try another one. 20 decimeters, 4 centimeters, divided by 4. All right, division tends to be a bit easier. We don't usually run into that issue like we did in the last problem, where we have to do any extra conversions at the end. Let's see. 20 decimeters divided by 4 would be 5 decimeters. 4 centimeters divided by 4 would be 1 centimeter. Well, okay, let's think this through here. A centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. A decimeter is 1/10th of a meter. So that tells us that, yes, this 1 centimeter, this is much smaller. A single centimeter is much smaller than a single decimeter. So we don't have to do any other conversion here. So we're going to close this and put the 5 and the 1 in there. And sure enough, we have the right answer. 6 decimeters, 12 centimeters divided by 2. So let's go ahead and do this one without the scratch pad. 6 decimeters divided by 2 would be 3 decimeters. 12 centimeters divided by 2 would be 6 centimeters. So again, a centimeter is a smaller unit than a decimeter. It would take 10 centimeters to make 1 decimeter. And we don't have 10 centimeters, so we don't need to make any adjustments. This is our answer. 3 centiliters, 12 milliliters divided by 3. Okay, so 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now, a milliliter is 1/1000th of a liter. A centiliter is 1/100th of a liter. So 4 milliliters is significantly smaller than 1 centiliter. It would actually take 10 milliliters to make a centiliter. So we don't need to do any other conversions. We have our answer. 8 kilograms, 1900 grams divided by 4. Okay, 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2 kilograms. 1900 divided by 4, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and use my scratch pad here to do this. 1900 grams divided by 4. 4 goes into 19 4 times. That gives me 16. 4 goes into 30 7 times. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I like to write my 7 with the little line across it. That's just a 7 right there if you've never seen it that way. 7 times 4 is 28. Remainder of 2, bring down that final 0. And that goes in there evenly 5 times. Okay, so 2 kilograms, and then this should be 475 grams. Now let's think for a moment before we give that as our final answer. A kilogram is 1,000 grams. So we would need 1,000 grams to make a kilogram. We don't have 1,000 grams here. We only have 475. So that means that we don't have any extra kilograms that we need to add on over here. So this will be our final answer. 2 kilograms, 475 grams. There we go. All right, multiplication again. 5 meters, 7 decimeters times 2. So the first thing that we do is to multiply each piece by 7, and then we need to try to work out whether there are any conversions to be made. It's more common for those conversions to come up when we're multiplying. So let's go ahead and try that. 5 meters times 7 is 35 meters. And I might be tempted just to stop here, but there's not even a 35 here. So luckily, I'm not going to get ahead of myself and write down 35 or choose 35 as my answer. 7 decimeters times 7 is 49. Now, why do I have 9 here? Well, this is one of those cases where we have here in our decimeters some full meters. Remember, 1 meter is equal to 10 decimeters. That means that in 49 decimeters, there are 4 meters and a leftover 9 decimeters. So the 9 decimeters, if we look behind what I wrote there, the 9 decimeters are already there. We need to give these 4 meters to the meters over here. 35 plus 4 is 39. Sure enough, there's a 39 there. Let's close that and check our work. And there we go. We got that one. 1 meter, 9 decimeters times 6. So 1 meter times 6 is 6 meters. 9 decimeters times 6. And I'm going to write it underneath this time so that it's not as messy looking. 9 decimeters times 6 is going to be 54 decimeters. Now remember, we said in the last problem that 1 meter is the equivalent of 10 decimeters. As you do these problems, having a metric conversion chart pulled up either alongside on your computer or printed up is very, very helpful. So what that means here is that these 54 decimeters include 5 meters, because for every 10 decimeters, we get 1 meter. That is how we get that leftover 4 decimeters, and we give those 5 meters to the 6, making that 11. So it's 11 meters, 4 decimeters. Sure enough, we have an 11. Let's go ahead and try it. There we go. 1 centiliter, 2 milliliters times 2. Okay, so 1 centiliter times 2 is 2. So that was nice and easy. 2 milliliters times 2 is 4. All right, this was much more straightforward than the last problem. A milliliter is much smaller than a centiliter. It takes 10 milliliters to make a centiliter. We don't have 10 milliliters, so our centiliters just stay at 2, and our milliliters are 4. Again, another correct answer. 2 tons, 500 kilograms times 2. 2 tons, 500 kilograms times 2. So 2 tons times 2 is 4. 500 kilograms times 2 is 1,000. Now, what we need to figure out here is how many tons or how many kilograms are in a ton, because we end up here with 0 kilograms. That means that this must somehow have to become some more tons. So we can actually just go ahead and start ruling out answers that aren't true. We know it won't be 2 because we know we already have 4 tons. It could possibly be 5 if a kilogram equals a ton, or excuse me, if a ton equals 1,000 kilograms. It couldn't be 3 because we already have 4 there. And 7. I don't think that 7 makes very much sense because 1,000 can't be divided by 7 evenly and give us 0 left over. I'm going to rule out 7. That means 5 must be the answer. So what that means is that 1,000 kilograms, sorry, that was a K there. That doesn't look an awful lot like a K, does it? 1,000 kilograms equals 1 ton. So we take our 1,000 kilograms, we turn it into 1 ton, we give that 1 to the 4, that gives us 5 tons and no leftover kilograms. Let's go ahead and check ourselves. There we go. 12 meters, 24 decimeters divided by 3. So 12 meters divided by 3 would be 4 meters. 24 decimeters divided by 3 would be 8. And that was already there given to us. A decimeter is 1/10 of a meter. I have 8 of them. It would take 10 decimeters to make a whole meter. So I don't have any decimeters to turn into meters and to give to my meters. So that means this one's pretty simple. The answer is 4. All right, thank you for joining me on this lesson. When you try to do these types of problems on your own, like I said, either pull up on your computer or print out a metric conversion and a metric prefix chart. That is going to make your work quite a bit easier as you work with metric conversions. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.